Hey guys, Cool USA here, and today's commentary is over a beautiful double DNA bomb on the map Solar. It's a solo double DNA bomb by Fearless Meyer, a monstrous pub stomper. He's German, of course, because the German players just seem to be the best of the game right now at any Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, and Advanced Warfare. They're just the guys that are pumping out the most gameplays, it seems, and all of that. You know, American players are actually pumping out some relatively good gameplays constantly. Also, I'd say with Advanced Warfare, it's about the same. But I feel like on Black Ops 2 and even a little bit of Modern Warfare 3, I think that more so European players sort of seem to dominate it. And I think it'll end up being the exact same way for Advanced Warfare. Now, that's most likely just because there are more people, you know, playing Call of Duty in Europe than there are in America, I'm sure. Just because, you know, Europe altogether has a higher population than America. Or I think it does. I don't know. Actually, I don't know my population or anything like that, so don't quote me on that. But, yes, it is by German. And what I wanted to talk about today is Advanced Warfare, some more refined thoughts about the game, and past that, just some opinions upon the community that we are enduring with, you know, the Call of Duty Pub Zombie community and all that. So, first I'm going to start with the game. I have played it a whole lot more. Actually, not a lot more. I'm level 34. I still haven't played the game very much. I haven't played much Call of Duty, really, in the past couple of months. And it's not because I don't enjoy Call of Duty. Well, yeah, it is because I don't enjoy Call of Duty as much as previous, just because the game it's a little more stale. Even Advanced Warfare with all its jumping and everything, it's a little more stale because, you know, it's hindered by lag and, you know, just overwhelmingly similar emotions towards, you know, how I die. The same type of bullcrap is what ends up killing you in the game, added with a couple extra bullcrap due to, you know, people being able to exo jump. Now, at the same time, the game is definitely a better game than any Call of Duty I've played in a long time when it comes to feeling while playing it. You know, while you're playing the game, you're having a great time. As long as you're not lagging, you're having a great time and all that. It is incredibly fun to play if you're not lagging. But most people I talk to, including myself, just have experienced really bad lag within the game, and my internet connection is not bad, so I am not sure exactly why I'm experiencing that. I play on the PlayStation 4. I don't know if the PlayStation 4 is a part of the problem, but I just couldn't even imagine playing Ground War. Well, I have played Ground War, and it's just not good. And, you know, that's about all I really have to say about Advanced Warfare. I still think it's a really good game in the sense that it's just a fun game to play, again, only when you're not lagging. You know, when you are lagging, it's, you know, obviously not very fun. And what I would like to talk about now is more so the community and what I think of the people within it and all of that. So, obviously, people have been, you know, saying that, you know, a little bit ago, I guess this was 2 to 3 weeks ago, with OP Black Sharp saying that he faked gameplays. I'm not sure if it was proven or not, or if, you know, it's been, you know, a long time known thing, but, you know, even if he does, it's not a gigantic deal. The video I had watched, the guy was saying that you need to get this scum out of the community and all of that. I don't think he's scum for faking a couple of gameplays in Advanced Warfare. That's absolutely not a big deal to me. Obviously, I wouldn't want to upload it on my channel, but it's not a big deal to me in the sense that I don't consider him a terrible, unredeemably bad person. I don't think he's going to hell. I don't think he's like this terrible, like, just horrible influence upon the community. He was a bigger, you know, pub stomper, and he had faked a couple of gameplays. Not a gigantic deal. It happens. You know, many people have faked gameplays in the past, dyers and everything. It's just not that uncommon of a practice to the point where I don't find him to be scum. I think he's just, you know, he made a mistake, he did something wrong. But at the same time, I'm not even certain if he did fake gameplays. For all I know, it could be kind of like the sniper. And if there is proof, you know, if it has been absolutely, undeniably proven, then link me to the video or whatever saying that in the comments, because I haven't seen any proof that makes it to where I sit there and think it's undeniable, because all I've seen is where it says that he was friends with a couple people that were in one of his gameplays. You know, for all I know, he could have thought they were terrible, made fun of them, then just added to his clan as a joke. Because, I mean, I've done that before. I've added people who I've killed in gameplays, acted like they were really good as a joke, just so they would stay in for the next lobby, and then kill them again, and then just delete them. It's not a gigantic deal. And, you know, sometimes I even forget to delete them, and I have them on for a week. and then I delete them. It's not a big deal if that's all the proof that they have. That's not proof at all, in my opinion. And that leads me to the next topic of, this community, which is just the ridiculous, wild amount of accusations and the very, 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 low blow, almost just incorrect way people are looking about things in this community. People are extraordinarily cynical and, just wrong with their outlook upon, people within the community. They're very, very cynical of everything. And the only people that I've met that aren't cynical of things are people that really just kind of stay out of the, the drama and all that. The people that you really don't talk about in commentaries that much. And they're the type of people that I feel like have the best outlooks on this community. The leader of Reliance, I know, from my, speaking with him, has a really, really good outlook, upon the community and stuff. And people like that, I think, need to have more influence in the community. I know, obviously, he has more influence than I do, considering the fact that I really don't, have much. But I know Reliance is a relatively large clan, and from what I hear, everything he says seems to be relatively wonderful about the community and rebuilding and building better relationships between the players and, everything like that. Because a lot of people within this community have horrible, terrible outlooks upon everyone within the community, everything within the community, how, the standards and everything like that. People just are kind of almost just mean because they have this immediately hostile attitude towards anyone who isn't them or that they don't absolutely know and, have been playing with forever. They're just super, super backstabby and hostile towards. It's just a really weird epidemic that is just growing and growing within this community. Now, Advanced Warfare, in my opinion, started to slow that down a little bit when it first came out, considering the fact that you did not have the multi-team community, you did not have the ground war community immediately jumping into the exact same playlist because they were playing different things to figure out the game. They were playing Team Deathmatch, they were playing 6v6, they were playing ground war, they were playing, whatever else, hardpoint, in order to kind of learn the game. But now that they're starting to find what they like, the most, already I see a lot of, kind of just a lot of just immorally, hard to explain, but just a lot of hostility between a ton of different people for almost no good reason. They're just being mean. They're just being childish, immature. It's almost like high school drama is how it feels. It just seems stupid. And it's just a super common thing that's happening within this community. Everywhere I go, someone's complaining about someone, doing something wrong. Well, in reality, you're doing something wrong at the same time, so let's just not be so accusatory. So, I'm not trying to be the guy who just sits there and rants about the community. I don't do it all too often, but I just wanted to do it, again, as I think the last time I did it was a couple months ago, and I wanted to do it again just to, hopefully someone will hear this and think, oh god, you're right, everyone does seem to have a bad outlook upon everything that happens within the community. There's always some very cynical, judgmental, accusatory person. It's almost like everyone's so prosecutory, you have to be on constant defense, and it's just silly. I don't think that's a good way to go about things. Now, in the real world, obviously, that isn't always the case, but, it is the case a lot of times for, specific people and such, but that isn't how a community like this at all needs to be. It's just a bunch of kids who feel that, if someone does something superior to them and, a gameplay or whatever, it makes them feel inferior about themselves, and, they get to the point where they just get really nervous and they just accuse and accuse and accuse and accuse, and it's just an inferiority thing, I think. Obviously you've got the bigger clans like Carnage and stuff, and they don't deal with it that much, Carnage members and stuff don't really have to deal with stuff like that unless they themselves seem to have some sort of almost childish, fear of smaller clan guys kind of taking their place or anything like that. And you really start to see it the most with big clan members when they are interacting with small members of smaller clans, because these members of smaller clans just want to build and build until they get into a big clan, which is totally understandable. But instead of doing it by trying to jeopardize someone else's, clan life, I don't know what to call it, instead just do it yourself by showing your gameplays, making good commentaries, unlike this one. You know, doing something like that and just, you know, proving yourself instead of just trying to jeopardize and hurt someone else's time, you know, within the game. I don't really know what to say, but hurting someone else's time trying to get into a big clan or that is already a member of a big clan. So, really, that's all I really wanted to say, I guess, was just instead of trying to build upon people's failure, better build upon your own success within this community and within life in general. But life in general, I don't care as much about because it doesn't affect me, but this community, for sure. So that's all I wanted to say, guys. Until next time, goodbye.
Unsere Drohne ist online. Gute Arbeit, Team. Ich werde Irons die guten Neuigkeiten überbringen.